with all the advances in technology today, do you think, obviously your emphasis was on story and character, how much better or worse or different do you think if you were making Empire today, the film would have been using today's technology?
In some ways, I'm happy that we didn't have the technology. Now, I joked about it before, but actually, instead of building 64 sets, which is an enormous amount of big sets to build in 7 stages, you would just do it against a big screen and then put in the background, put in the interiors of these big hangars. You'd put in everything. And I don't know if I'd like to shoot in such an artificial environment, because to me, what you're selling are the actors. You either fall in love with them, hate them, are afraid of them, love them, but it's the actors that capture you and make the story work. We know that shooting a film is an illusion. Every film is a lie. It's a lie of what it looks like, the people, everything about it. And that lie is called art. It's not life. It's not naturalism. It's something different. It's what we call creative. You are creating a world that doesn't exist. Star Wars doesn't exist anywhere except here on the screen at a 24th of a second at a time. That's the only place it exists. So it was very difficult to shoot, and we had huge crews, and because of the way we had to fit all these sets into 7 stages, we had 8 stages, but Kubrick burned down one before we started shooting. He made sure to make it more difficult for me. What happens, we had, if I finished a scene, we'd build a big scene, as big as in a hangar that's bigger than this auditorium. We'd build all the stuff there. I'd shoot a few scenes, maybe for 2 days. I'd say, cut, that's it, and I'd walk out. If I came back an hour later, there are about 50 men taking it apart. It's gone by the morning, and by the morning, they're starting to build the next set. Because I was going from one stage to another, where they were finishing one, finishing another, tearing down one, and this went on for the entire 6 months of shooting. I mean, you're really trying to fit this production into this limited space. We needed the 8 stages. We needed 10 stages. We had 7. There was another thing that happens. Because it's special effect on the set, the little special effects, didn't quite work always. You had to do improvisations. You couldn't, if something didn't work, you did it another way. And this went on all through there. And this gave it a certain amount of life. If you were shooting it as a pure special effects, yes, I could have the characters jumping up and floating in the air. I could have all that stuff. But you know it's too easy. There's something good about having resistance in a medium. For a painter, the canvas, the brush, the paint is resistance. It says, okay, I'm a blank canvas. Let's see what you can do here. And you have to start working. A woodworker takes a piece of wood and chisels away. Well, that difficulty gives you a chance to think, to feel, to plan, to make changes, to be creative. And so I'm answering that question coming back to the beginning. In some ways, I'm glad we didn't have all the modern technology.